Hello there, Virgo. Let's look at your weekly messages, your weekly guidance for March 8th through the 15th of 2021. I'm Michelle B, if you haven't met me before, and I create lots of wonderful readings about purpose, prosperity, love. I try to stay super positive and empower individuals to make good choices for themselves. Yada, yada, yada. Hey, this week on the 13th, there's going to be a new moon. I will make sure and post a reading that's focused on this new moon in Pisces. But just keep in mind through this week that it's all about figuring out what is meaningful to you, that you want to see continue to flourish, that you want to manifest. What do you want to bring? What kind of miracles do you want to create in your own life so that you can do your new moon magic, do your spells for creating that for the next lunar cycle. Make sure that your manifestations, your spells are realistic to you. Now, if you are prone to believing in fantasy, then gigantic miracles are completely possible for you. And if you need logic in order to feel safe, then make sure that your manifestation is logical. It all ends up working out in the long run, though. So, of course, it's not really a Virgo reading if there's not a Nine of Swords, is there? Right? Excuse my itchy nose. That means there's magic afoot. I can see out my. That's what I'm like. Huh, who is that? When I look at it's my window overlooking downtown Bellingham, Washington. When I'm doing that. Anyway, Strength card is the higher self. You see how can you see in the reflection there that infinity symbol over her head right there? That is representative of the universe speaking to the higher self. This is both of these energies, the lion and the woman, are you, but it's a conflict between the ego and the higher self. The higher self is saying to the ego, we need to step out of our comfort zone, sweetheart. It's time to do something different. Just a little bit different, and it's going to be okay. And the lion's like, I don't like being out of my comfort zone. It sucks. I'm scared. The ego's job is to keep us safe, right? The ego's job is to make sure we don't get eaten by a wild animal. It's to make sure we don't go hungry. It's to make sure that we don't get sick alone all by ourselves, right? It's to make sure that we reproduce, but it's not about being happy. It's not about being satisfied. It's not about being happy. It's not about personal growth. It's not about spiritual ascension. No, it's about our evolutionarily keeping our physical bodies alive. And so we have these ingrained instincts that keep us from becoming our higher selves. It keeps us like in our jobs. It keeps us in unfulfilling relationships. It keeps us from sticking our necks out and trying new things so that we can enjoy our lives a little bit better. Okay? So she is like, okay, you got to do this thing that's a little bit scary. But you know what? Once, and that lion's going to protect. Like, it's going to keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back into your head. That's what this Nine of Swords is all about. It's about ideas that keep coming, thoughts that keep coming back into your head over and over again that make you so scared. The ego is trying to make sure that you stay scared so that you stay safe, right? But the higher self is like, try something new, and then it won't be scary anymore. Once you're used to it, it won't be scary anymore. And then you're going to protect that at all costs. Then you'll be like, if I stop progressing on these exciting projects I'm working on, I'll be a failure. And that keeps you like you're like, oh no, I have to keep working, and your ego's protecting that at all costs, right? You know, our egos are always trying to protect the status quo of whatever it is that we're afraid of, right? Whatever our fear is. So what's the point? What am I getting at? This week is about challenging yourself just a little bit. Giving yourself just little baby steps of doing things that are uncomfortable. And so when the ego comes in and it's like, you need to be scared, you need to be scared, you need to be scared. What if it doesn't work out? What if you're a failure? It's coming in and it's like, what if the worst possible thing happens? Then it's like, what an important piece of guidance for you, an important lesson for you this week is all about turning to your higher self, turning to God, turning to the universe, turning from this to this, right? And being like, I know this is what I want. I know this is what's best for me. I know this is what's best for the people that I love. I need support and guidance. And if you can't get it from real people, get it from the divine, right? Please support me and guide me in this thing that's so important to me so that I won't be scared. Please help me. Please help me to release the fear. Please help me to feel safe. And I feel it's like this voice that comes in that says, you are safe. You are safe. You are safe. This woman's comforting the ego. You are safe. I'm a Virgo. I'm a sun sign in Virgo. I love you. It's going to be a good week.